Hello, everybody. Aloha. We're here at Aloha Stadium down in Hawaii. We're playing in paradise today, although we're going to be playing in pretty much what seems to be a torrential downpour here. As Marquette, we're set here for our final game here in year one of this dynasty. And before we get into it, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's paid attention and kind of stuck around for this Marquette Golden Eagles dynasty here on NCAA 14. Your viewership and support, it means a ton, and I really thank you and appreciate that. So obviously we're here out of bowl contention as we look to avoid a 5-game losing streak as we put an end to this year one. So definitely want to get a win here in Hawaii to close this season as Durant takes the opening kickoff there to about the 29-yard line. Jake Haywood coming off a very good game where he was sacked a bunch, didn't really get going until about the third or fourth quarter, but he gets the last starting nod here of this year one, in which has been a back and forth kind of quarterback system we've been working with, but Haywood a little more stable back there, and he's starting this one as Storm Norwood in the backfield. A fitting name here as we're in the midst of a rainstorm, as his first carry for a loss there at the line of scrimmage, or behind the line of scrimmage. Art Laurel on the stop. So in this game, obviously we're 4-7. 4-game losing streak, although we have had some competitive games in that span. And we're just going to have some fun today. We're going to mix in some new players and just take a look at next year. As Hawaii brings the house there, Garrett Cooper catching space. And he works ahead, and looks like we're going to have a face mask as well. So tack on 15. So after that catch and face mask, Marquette takes over at Hawaii's 42-yard line. Haywood under center, he'll take a snap. He has Cooper again open, streaking towards the sideline. And Cooper works ahead for another big pickup. 16 yards there for Grant Cooper, our leading receiver coming into this game at the tight end position. And Cooper, he had a bunch of opportunities last week, and I think he had 3 or 4 drops in that game, so good rebound here, working in the rain. So just a minute into this one, Marquette already at Hawaii's 26-yard line. Dexter Dowling now in the backfield, another sophomore back who we haven't seen much of this season. And Haywood is smacked as he just got that throwaway. And there you see the numbers, 4 yards short of 1,500 passing on the year, 5 touchdown passes. And collectively, we've only had 10 touchdown passes this season, although we haven't had many touchdowns at all to begin with. Scoring has been very difficult, so I'll certainly take those figures. And not too many interceptions, definitely not as many as I envisioned here in year one of this dynasty. It's now a 2nd and 10 after that Jake Haywood pressure barely got that throwaway. Takes the snap here again. And he had Dexter Dowling there leaking out of the backfield, but pressure just got home as Haywood's hit again. So 3rd and 10, Javon Ashley out there for the first time in his final game here as a Marquette Golden Eagle. And we'll certainly miss our boy Javon Ashley, as Haywood almost picked off there targeting Grant Cooper. So 3 straight incompletions for Haywood. And this would be a 43-yard field goal for Dylan Mackey, but as it's been well documented in this series, he's not hitting that. Maybe if it was 5 more yards in or so. So we're just going to go for it here on 4th and 10. We're just going to have a little fun today, play loose football. Haywood out there empty as he takes the snap. Rolls to his right. Gets that off for Thomas at the sideline. And a crucial drop there by Jonathan Thomas. One of our more reliable receivers, although he has had a few drops here in the past few weeks. And that's going to result in a turnover on downs as Hawaii gets a stop here on their initial defensive drive. So the Warriors take over on offense for the first time in this one. Taylor Graham at quarterback, led by Joey Iosefa at tailback, as he leads a very good Hawaii rushing attack. First pass there caught by Billy Ray Stutzman, their top overall on this team at 84 overall, and a quick 27-yard pickup for the Hawaii receiver. Just too much cushion given by Juice Campbell. I guess he was playing a vertical route there, and Stutzman a good way to come back to the ball as D'Angelo Bush playing in his final game there to save a potential touchdown. So just one play in, and Hawaii already in Marquette territory. Iosefa again the lone back. Graham back to pass again, and he'll throw that one away. Graham drops that back to pass. A delay give to Iosefa, who's stopped there behind the line by Clarence Thurman. A redshirt sophomore defensive tackle. Thurman, our top defensive tackle, along with Gavin Battaglia. And with departures of Randall Gunn and Dallas Wood, they'll be our primary starting defensive tackle tandem next season. Although they have kind of led the way here for our team, so they have been getting most of the snaps on the interior, so not much will change next year. Although maybe they'll be able to provide even more of an impact. As Iasefa, 3 yards on the screen. And that brings up a 4th down. As a good defensive stand there by Marquette, following a big completion early on to Billy Ray Stutzman. A touchback will see Marquette take over from the 20. Just 2.5 minutes gone so far in this first quarter. Theo Briggs and Colton Clay complete the I formation. Haywood gives that to Briggs on the left side carry as he picks up 4, and he's hit hard there as he tried to redirect back inside. Yeah, just stood up there, and you don't see that happen to Theo Briggs too much. So 2nd and 6 now. Clay and Briggs still out there. Haywood directly under center takes the snap for a pass, and nothing open. He'll be sacked. Like we saw last week, some early pressure from our opponent as Moses Samia picks up a sack there. Nice spin move working against our center there. Very nice spin move, and Haywood had no chance. So now a quick 3rd and 13 as Marquette looks to avoid the 3 and out here on their 2nd drive of the game. Haywood empty as he takes the snap, rolls to his right. And he can't get that pass off either. The horrific right bumper on my controller. It gets stuck sometimes, and I can't get a pass off there, and Haywood's sacked yet again here in this one. So we can't blame Jake Haywood for that one. That's all user error there. As I ordered a controller, a new Xbox 360 controller. I thought it was in transit, which I had mentioned a few episodes ago, and then the order just got canceled out of nowhere, and I did get a refund, so I am in the market again for an Xbox 360 controller, and I certainly will get one as we head into year 2. Sampson muffed that one, but he's still able to pick up positive yardage as he works all the way down to Marquette's 35 off of Matt Barr's punt. So Hawaii takes back over here with very, very good field position. Graham back to pass. And he gets that one to the sideline as that sails out of bounds. So now 2nd and 10, just over 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Hawaii out there empty. Graham takes the snap. And he has Kirkwood there. Stopped behind the sticks. So Keith Kirkwood, I believe he would go on to play for New Orleans. Could be wrong about that, but now it'll be 3rd and 2 here for the Hawaii Warriors. Iasefa back out there in the backfield, 3rd and 2 as he goes in motion. Graham back to pass, and he's sacked right away. We brought pressure, and Denzel Highsmith gets home to force the 4th down off a good sack there. Now a field goal attempt for Hawaii. I think this is about a 48-yard attempt here in the rain. And that's way wide right. Yeah, some of these AI kickers just not good at all. So after the missed field goal, the Golden Eagles take over at the 31. Javon Ashley gets his first carries. He works through a hole, cuts back, and picks up 7 for a nice opening rush here from the senior Javon Ashley. Now Tyson Bolt out there in the I formation. He's set to be one of our lead backs next year. Tyson Bolt takes the give. Just runs behind tackle. And a conservative run, but it does get the job done as Tyson Bolt picks up the 1st down. So we did want to kind of touch on, what's kind of been going around the nation. So into this week, Ohio State 11-0 as they set to face number 9 Michigan. And they've been leading the way here so far as national champ picture goes. As Lamont Collier gets involved with a 28-yard catch downfield. Haywood finally had some time as he rolled to his right. And Collier just enough separation there. And good placement by Haywood on that throw. So as I was getting at, Ohio State, assuming they win this week and go on to take the Big Ten championship, they should be playing in the Natty. Louisville is currently number 2 at 11-0. They're off this week, but I think they play Kentucky next week. Do they play Kentucky late or in the opening season? I'm not sure on that one. As a quick throw there to Galloway, the corner closed in quick, but luckily Galloway fought for that one, picks up a short 2-yard catch. And I think I did just see at the bottom that Ohio State beat Michigan, so Ohio State likely to be in the national championship. And Braxton Miller has been leading the Heisman race the whole season. No one else has been in that number 1 spot. Ashley another give. Nice run up the middle, picks up another 7. So Marquette didn't have to call another play here in the first quarter, and they're just going to opt to run it out here. We head to the second quarter 0-0. Both offenses really not able to get anything going. We kind of had an early drive stall out, but now it looks like we have something brewing. And then it just showed that Jonathan Thomas catch on 4th down earlier. Now we're downfield in Hawaii territory after a big gain from Lamont Collier, as Marquette driving here just outside the red zone as we look to avoid a 5-game skid to end this year 1 season and kind of go out on a high note here in Hawaii. Now 3rd and 1, Theo Briggs the lone back with 2 tight ends out there. And a big push up front as Briggs a nice 7-yard pickup. An even 8 for 8 run to pass on 16 offensive calls so far. Briggs back out there. Now Colton Clay leading the way there in the backfield. Briggs another give. And he can't get anything as he's taken down in the backfield. Now 2nd and 12, Javon Ashley back out there to the left of Jake Haywood as he takes the snap. Jake Haywood, a pass there for Galloway, just sails wide as that falls for an incompletion. 3rd and 12 inside the red zone as Marquette out there empty. Haywood takes a snap and he gets hit again quick. And I don't think that really knocks us out of field goal range, but a second sack there by Moses Samia as Jackson Lyles, his pass blocking there at left guard has been highly exposed here in the last couple games. And now 4th and 21, that knocks us out of Dylan Mackey field goal range. Just brutal. I don't know. We're not going to convert on 4th and 21, I don't think. Is there any wind? Let's check it out. So we will trot the field goal unit out there. A 2-mile-per-hour wind, really not giving us any distance. And yeah, I don't think we're going to make that. I'll give it a shot, whatever. Why not? Mackey hasn't really attempted many field goals this season, as that one's up and it's well short. So I thought it would be a little bit closer than that, but I kind of wanted to articulate and display how bad our kicking actually is. I think we would be better just going to a random high school, just getting their kicker in here, and I think that would be an upgrade over Dylan Mackey. So still a scoreless game, a clutch, timely sack there by Moses Samia forced the 4th down, and Dylan Mackey well short on the field goal attempt. Now Hawaii out there with a bunch of receivers. Kirkwood over the middle as he'll pick up the 1st down. So yeah, I think we should probably just leave Dylan Mackey in Hawaii. What do you guys think? Just give him the wrong departure time. He comes out to leave and everyone's already gone. Iosefa a give to the right side as he works ahead for 6. Since we're talking about our kicking situation, our punter, Matt Bars, 80 overall, the highest rated player on this team. He's a senior, so he won't be back next year. We did get a punter commit, I think, and he's only like a 62 or 66. So our kicking will probably be a little bit worse next year. And now a few positive plays here for Hawaii to open this drive as they take over again in Marquette territory. A fake to Iosefa. And a nice passer to Stutzman who drops it. That would have been a pretty good pickup. So 2nd and 10 here from the 43, 4:44 left in the half. Graham back to pass. He has plenty of time in the pocket and then just wisely gets that one away. So for those who have been kind of following along with this dynasty, comment who's been the MVP this year? Who's been your favorite player? What do you look forward to going into next season? I'm definitely, I would love to hear some feedback and kind of hear who you guys have been rooting for or have noticed in this dynasty thus far. As Marquette, a nice 3rd down stop, and that's going to bring up a 55-yard field goal for Hawaii, and they're going to go for it. This will bring kickers to 0 for 3 in this game. And it looks like they're going to actually call a time. Or is that a flag? Did we get false start. I thought we might have got a neutral zone infraction. So that'll set Hawaii back even further. And now, I don't think you go for it on this one. It would be a 60-yard attempt, and they're going to punt. The Hawaii punt directed right out of bounds at the 23 as Marquette takes over yet again. Javon Ashley lone back in a scoreless game as we work towards the end of this first half. Just over 4 minutes now left. So 2nd and 7 now. Ashley's still out there. Thomas in motion as Haywood takes the snap. And he will get that off for Thomas, who's taken down after a short 4-yard gain, bringing up a 3rd and 2 now. Haywood just 5 for 10, 65 yards so far in this one. Now 3rd and 2, Javon Ashley out there with Colton Clay at fullback. Ashley will get the carry, works back upfield, and he just gets the 1st down off a 2-yard pickup. Something I haven't really talked about, but I'm super excited for the offseason and to kind of see if we get any transfers. I'm hoping with the state of our roster, we do get a good deal of transfers, but you never know here in this game. Haywood back to pass. That's going to be a screen for Javon Ashley, and he's swallowed up. A 7-yard loss on the halfback screen. And just no time for that to develop. And the lineman was right there just to swallow up Javon Ashley. And Moses Samia for the Warriors having a tremendous day so far. So 2nd and 17 now. Haywood directly under center as he drops back. And he goes for Cooper there, and it's picked off by Laurel. Just off target. And Laurel read that one perfectly as he takes that away. I don't think Cooper was even ready for that one, and a poor decision there by Jake Haywood. As the Warriors, again in prime field position here to strike. So the Warriors take over at our 23 from where we started our previous drive. They come out in the I formation here, looking for the first points in this game. Graham back to pass, and he has Robinson there, and he breaks a tackle, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Jordan Pooh Robinson, the tight end. And Hawaii takes a 6-0 lead here. Obviously about to be 7-0 pending the extra point. And I think that was the senior, Reese Waters, in coverage, and he was just beat bad. Durant misses a tackle, and then Robinson just bounces off D'Angelo Bush as Hawaii gets on the board for the first time in this game. So let's see how Haywood responds following the interception here as he looks to lead a little 2-minute drill to close this half. He takes the snap out of the empty set. And there he is at the sidelines. Thomas with another drop. Jonathan Thomas, 2 big drops now in this one. So drops have definitely been a weak spot of our offense so far. Primarily, we've seen Grant Cooper with a bunch, and Thomas actually a good bit of drops himself as well. 2nd and 10 now. Haywood over the middle for Michael Galloway, and he makes a nice grab through contact, working back to the ball, bringing up a 3rd and inches. Marquette will hurry it up here. And Haywood keeps on a surprising play call as he's swallowed in the backfield. And 4th and 5 now in our own zone. I don't think he could go for this one. So a brutal miscall there, I guess, as we thought that keep to Haywood would kind of work in our favor, kind of catch Hawaii off kilter. As a nice return here by Hawaii works their way to the 46, Allen Sampson. But yeah, I thought the keep to Haywood would not be expected at all by the Warriors, but they sniffed that one out tremendously as they look to add points here to close this half. And we got to call a timeout on that. They had a 5 receivers set, and I don't know why I brought that formation. So we were first forced to call a timeout there just to get a better defensive counter attack out there. So Graham throwaway on 1st down brings up a 2nd and 10. Iosefa, the lone back. Graham back to pass. And he has Robinson again there. Breaks another D'Angelo Bush tackle. And this tight end is just too strong. Now 3rd and 1 for the Warriors from the 37. Graham now over 100 yards in this one as they look to convert here on 3rd and 1. A keep to Graham. He has a nice hole up the middle. And he's taken down by Reese Waters after he picks up the 1st down. So our offense really letting us down here in this one, despite a couple good drives. This first half continues to wind down. Graham another drop back. He has a man there at the sideline. That's Chris Gant for an 11-yard pickup, another 1st down for Hawaii. Now 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. And Sampson, a nice little catch there on a quick curl route. Hawaii takes a timeout. 1:04 left in the first half. 2nd and 6 here from the 13. Graham is starting to pitch there to Iosefa. Breaks a Terry tackle, breaks a Gresham tackle, and then finally Denzel Highsmith's there to clean it up. And now a 3rd and 4 here for Hawaii, looking to keep this drive going. Tight end there, Robinson in motion. Graham another drop back. And that finds its way past D'Angelo Bush, who looked like he might have had a read on the ball. But it falls incomplete out of the end zone, and that brings up a 4th down here as Hawaii going to go for the field goal attempt. This one just a chip shot as it goes right down the middle, and Hawaii extends their lead now 10-0, 37 seconds left here in the first half. So our offensive line again in this one just really letting Jake Haywood down. He has made a couple good throws despite that one really harsh interception, but we've had a couple good drives here, but as the case has been all season, we've just been unable to turn that into points. So now 33 seconds, 2 timeouts for Marquette to try and get in scoring range. Haywood out there empty as he takes the snap and rolls to his right. There's Shane Lytle. He gets some space and makes the catch into Hawaii territory. A nice grab there by Shane Lytle, picking up 37. His first grab here in this one. So a quick strike, and Marquette has some momentum now. As clock's still ticking, they do have their 2 timeouts still. Another snap there to Haywood. And he goes downfield for Jordan Pinson, and Pinson a drop. Oh man, just drops plaguing this offense in this game. We've probably dropped about 50 yards worth of passes so far. And that one would have set us up in prime territory. So Haywood, he's having a good game, but his receivers and offensive line just not doing him any favors. Now 14 seconds as he takes that one. He'll find Shane Lytle again there, and he works his way ahead for another first down to about the 27. 49 quick yards for Shane Lytle on this drive. And Marquette probably a chance for one more throw, 1 or 2 more throws. Definitely not in field goal range here. Maybe another 10 yards or so would do it. Haywood another drop back. And again for Shane Lytle. And that's picked off again. Daly with the interception. I don't know what happened there. It looked like Lytle kind of just gave up on that one. Working against the linebacker, and Daly just obviously a huge size disadvantage against Shane Lytle there. And he just barges his way forward using his body and physicality to pick that one off. So our Marquette receivers are dropping everything, but the Hawaii defensive backs are not. And the last give here to Iosefa as he's taken down after a nice gain. And another turnover here for Marquette and good scoring distance. So the Golden Eagles shut out there in the first half as they trail 10-0. And we got some work to do. And so we will kick it off here to start this second half. And I did make some adjustments. I threw some new players out there. So like we've kind of got our last look at Michael Galloway and Lamont Collier at receiver. Or maybe our last look at Javon Ashley at running back. As a nice seam opened up there for Alan Sampson. He works his way to the 34. So unfortunately, yeah, it probably looks like we've seen our last action of some of these seniors. Despite being down, I really wanted to get a win here in this last game, but despite being down 10-0, I'm going to throw some new faces out there, particularly on offense. So we are going to get a look to see some potential impact players for next season. Graham a drop back to start the second half, and he has Gant there working out of the backfield for a 9-yard gain. Just a lot of missed opportunities in this one, as it's been the case most of the way through this year one. Now 2nd and 1 for Hawaii. And there you see Rondell Nichols back there at free safety taking over for D'Angelo Bush. Bush, our top-rated defensive player, now out of the game here in this one. So we may see a fall-off, a decline in our play, but hopefully Hawaii doesn't take over, doesn't extend this lead too much, and hopefully we can even fight our way back into this one with a strong second half to close this year one season. Now 1st and 10. As they knock on the door midfield, a fake to Iosefa. Graham, plenty of time there. He's almost picked off by Davin Rice. Rice inserted into the lineup at right outside linebacker for Reese Waters. And almost a nice play. It was a nice play out of the gate, but almost a turnover generated on the sideline there. He couldn't hang on to that one. Kind of a forced throw there by Graham, despite all the time he had to throw. And Graham back for another pass. And he has Sampson over the middle. A missed tackle by Travell Terry as Sampson picks up a first down. So now 1st and 10 as we're just about a minute into this third quarter. Graham, he has a man there. And Gant, a nice catch working back to the ball as Durant gave him too much cushion on that one. So now 3rd and 5 for Hawaii as Marquette made a nice run stop on the previous play. Graham in the shotgun with Iosefa to his right. Robinson in motion. Graham back to pass. And he's going to have to throw that one away, and that's going to force a 4th down here. Let's see if they try a 53-yard field goal attempt, and it looks like they're going to trot the field goal kicker out for this one. He did nail a 28-yarder earlier, but this one probably out of his depth. I'm going to assume this one goes wide right. And the kick is up, and it is wide right. It did have enough leg, though, so I was surprised by that. But, yeah, just the accuracy certainly not there on that field goal. So now this new-look Marquette offense will take over. Tyson Bolt and Storm Norwood in the backfield with Randall Darby and Desi Watkins, two sophomore receivers out there leading the way now with Collier on the bench as Haywood kept that one and just froze in. That's a glitch. That's an awful glitch there. It's supposed to be a handoff to Bolt, but I guess the game had other plans for us. Now 2nd and 11 as we were set back a little bit on that one. Haywood a drop back as he'll roll to his left. And he'll just keep this one as he's forced out off a 6-yard carry. Now 3rd and 5, Marquette empty. Haywood another drop back. He has a man there. That's Jonathan Thomas. And he finally makes a catch after 2 previous drops. His 2nd of the day, but that one for 12. Haywood 129 passing yards in this one with those 2 interceptions. A fake there to Bolt. And he's sacked. Running play action so risky in this game, especially with our offensive line, as Bo Yap gets home on that one. I haven't ran much play action this year, and exactly for that reason. We're so liable to the sack. And it looks like Haywood's knocked out of the game. Maybe just the wind knocked out of him, as Koufax will come out here in relief. Our musical chairs at quarterback continues. His first snap of the game, he'll roll left. And nothing open downfield as he's pushed out off a 5-yard pickup. So now a quick 3rd and 10 for Marquette. And Haywood, it's hip bursitis, and he will return soon. Koufax now out there in the shotgun on this 3rd and 10. Takes the snap. He just dumps that one off for Tyson Bolt, a 4-yard pickup. And Marquette playing in 4-down territory here. They're going to hurry back up to the line for a 4th and 6 here in Hawaii territory. Koufax back to pass again. He goes for Pinson, and Pinson can't come down with it. There was tight coverage there, but right in the hands of Pinson. And another drop by this Marquette team. I don't think the Hawaii defender there got a hand on it or anything. Good positioning, but Pinson was all over that one and just dropped it. We'll blame the rain, I guess, in this one. Our receiver's hands a little slippery. As Hawaii back for another drive, 3.14 left in the 3rd. Graham, a delay give to Iosefa as he's wrapped up there at the line by Barry Barber. Barber, probably our best defensive end so far, although he hasn't started at all. He's been in a rotational role, and I think next season in a starting role will just have a unreal year. So I expect him, along with Gavin Battaglia, to be our sack leaders next season from our defensive line. Graham in the shotgun, Iosefa to the left as he gets the give and goes right. A stiff arm there on Davin Rice. Breaks another tackle and finally brought down by Denzel Highsmith. Good strong running there by Iosefa, although it only nets 1. Hawaii just 1 for 6 on 3rd down. Now a 3rd and 8 from the 46. And he tried to dump that one off for his tight end, but that skips incomplete. And another 4th down here, so Hawaii's going to have to punt. So Haywood is back out there now. Koufax comes on. He had a nice throw there before, but it was just dropped by Jordan Pinson. That would have extended the drive. Haywood takes it. And he can't get rid of that one. He's sacked. I think he's a little rattled now. Just sacked a bunch last week, this week, and just staring down his receiver there. Now 2nd and 20, 2 minutes left here in the 3rd. And I did want to get a chance to look at our 3rd-string quarterback, our sophomore Ruben Brown, who we haven't seen at all this season. So I think maybe we'll throw him in for the 4th quarter. Haywood takes another snap, rolls to his right. He's going to go across field there for Bolt. That's only going to net 1 yard. All that for just a yard. And that brings up a 3rd and 18 now. A tall task here for the Golden Eagles to convert. So 3rd and 18, and Marquette comes out in the I formation. Looks like Hawaii brings pressure. And Haywood gets that for Jonathan Thomas, and Thomas has stood up there after a 15-yard gain, and that brings up a 4th and 3. Looks like Marquette hurrying back to the line, maybe going to go for it here, despite being at their own 33 or 34-yard line. Maybe just trying to draw a man offside. And Marquette does a call of play there. A quick pass to Desi Watkins. And the reserve receiver, his first grab here in this one. As a clutch first down, he picks up 15. Desi Watkins looks to be an impactful receiver for us next year. Shane Lytle and Jonathan Thomas are probably going to be the guys. But there is an opening there for our wide receiver number 3, and Watkins could be that guy. Now Marquette from the 49, Storm Norwood in the backfield. He gets the carry. And Norwood up ahead for just 3 yards. Samia, another stop there. It's his 7th tackle of the game. He has 3 tackles for loss and 2 sacks in this one. Helllooo directly under center takes the snap. And he finds Jordan Pinson. Pinson does corral that one for a 21-yard gain. His first catch here in this one. And Pinson, just a true freshman, one of the best players on this team pound for pound. So Marquette, another drive as they're heading deep into Hawaii territory. Still no points in this one. Helllooo takes another snap. Just drops that one off for Colton Clay, the fullback, the senior fullback. And he gets 4 after a nice physical touch there. As that is going to wind down this third quarter. And it will come to an end here. Hawaii up 10-0. Marquette still scoreless. Although, again, as we've seen a few times in this game, in pretty good territory here to get on the board. So 2nd and 6. Let's see how Marquette opens this quarter. Helllooo, a pass there for Tyson Bolt out of the backfield. And a nice pickup by Bolt for 8 and a first down. Now Marquette in the I formation. Bolt's still back there as he gets the give. He works his way outside with some speed as he's just tripped up there. A 3-yard gain for Bolt. And I don't think any of our running backs have his quickness. So that's really nice to see going into next year. TJ Tamatua with the stop there. His 5th tackle of the day. Helllooo, another drop back. He has a man in the end zone. And that's Jordan Pinson for the touchdown. His first of his Marquette career. And probably the first of many. As we'll have him for at least another couple seasons following this year. Finally, Marquette gets on the board. And Jordan Pinson, a nice grab there in the corner of the end zone. A nice pass there from Jake Haywood. And they are going to review this one. I was worried about that. Let's see if he got the feed in. It looked like he should have. Oh, yeah. That's an easy catch. I don't know if they're looking to see if he had possession or not before he got the foot in. But that looked like an easy call. All right, just spit it out, ref. What do we got? And the play stands. So Jordan Pinson, his first touchdown of his Marquette career. Love to see that. Following his career here, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves Marquette in 3 or 4 years as our leading receiver. So Marquette some momentum now. Matt Barzon for the kickoff. He shoots that down to a 3-yard line fielded by Sampson. Sampson breaks the Davin Rice tackle, then finally taken down there by Chance Pelland, a backup safety who we'll see more of next season. So Hawaii up 3 with 6:14 left in this fourth quarter. Graham back to pass. And he gets that one away to Gant, which is dropped as Juice Campbell was there to kind of jar it loose. 2nd and 10 now, Graham directly under center. Delay give there to Iosefa. Good blocking in the second level, and he works ahead for 12 yards and a first down. I expect him to kind of rely on Iosefa now down the stretch. A very good running back, only his 9th carry of the game. So now 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Under 6 now left in this season for each team. Pass there over the middle on a slant dropped by Sampson. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 now. All right, Graham in the shotgun. Iosefa to his right. 2nd and 10 as he takes the snap for another pass here. And he's going to be brought down by Gavin Battaglia. Add one more there for Battaglia. Great spin move there. 2 spin moves there from Gavin Battaglia. He just would not be stopped on that one. Maybe his 8th sack of the season. A tremendous year for our defensive tackle in this inaugural season for our Marquette Golden Eagles. Now that forces a 3rd and 18. Hawaii just 1 for 7 on 3rd down in this game. A delay gave their Iosefa a conservative call as he's wrapped up after 6. And Hawaii forced to punt again here as Marquette a chance to tie it or take the lead on this drive. Hawaii gets the punt off there to Juice Campbell. And Campbell will take that to the right. And that's a face mask at 15 there. A minimal return, but Marquette will take the bonus. So now with 5 and a tick left in this one, we take over from the 46. And there you see at quarterback, sophomore Ruben Brown, his first playing time of the season. As promised, we're going to give him some run here. His first snap given to Tyson Bolt. And Bolt works ahead for 5. Ruben Brown is sophomore. And we do have Jake Haywood and Dylan Koufax both for their senior season next year. But following that, Ruben Brown will probably be our starter in year 3. Unless we're able to recruit Eric Smiley, who's still uncommitted. We're battling there with Illinois for the services of Eric Smiley. Brown back for his first pass of his career as he goes down for Theo Briggs, and that's dropped. So 3rd and 5 now. Marquette in Hawaii territory in the I formation. They'll give it to Theo Briggs, and he's going to pick up a first down. Nice running there by the sophomore Theo Briggs. And Ruben Brown, not really known for his arm, but he's our best runner at quarterback, a little bit better than Dylan Koufax in that aspect. He'll keep here on the read option, and a great play by that defensive end sealing the edge, and he was not biting on that one. That's Bo Yap with his 3rd tackle for loss in this game. 2nd and 12 now, Marquette working behind the sticks. And they'll give it back to Theo Briggs as he's wrapped up after a minimal gain, just 2 on that one. Now 3rd and 10, Marquette comes out with 2 tight ends. And they'll give it right back to Theo Briggs, working in 4-down territory. And he only picks up 2. So 4th and 8 now for Marquette, 3 minutes left in this game from the 42. And Marquette staying conservative here in Ruben Brown's first appearance. Now 4th and 8 as they look to keep this drive going. Brown for a drop back. And there's Randall Darby, and he holds on through contact for the catch. Sophomore to sophomore, as Randall Darby gets his first catch in his Marquette career off of Ruben Brown's first completion. Good pocket presence there, staying patient, and then finding his man. Now Marquette takes over from the 23, and this clock winding down just over 2.5 now in this season. Tyson Bolt gets the give on an inside carry and only picks up 2. Bolt definitely a better outside runner, and we'll look to probably use him in that capacity as this game winds down. The 10th tackle there from Moses Samia, just a tremendous performance there by the Hawaii defensive lineman. Brown is going to make a change there at the line. He may be inexperienced, but showing some wisdom, hopefully. As they audible there to a run for Tyson Bolt, and that picks up 4 yards. Marquette driving here with a chance to take the lead late in this final game of the season. Now 3rd and 4 for the Golden Eagles. Just over 1.5 minutes left of play. Brown takes the snap, rolls to his right. And he'll stay conservative, hold on to that one as he runs ahead, but there is going to be a flag, so maybe a holding call. And that is going to be the flag. That is going to be the penalty here. And that's Tyson Bolt commits the crime. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 4. We'll do it again from the 18. So 1:23 left, 3rd and 4. We do have 2 timeouts. Bolt in the backfield still. Brown takes the snap. He goes for Cooper, and that sails away. But Merrill Jackson can't come down with the interception. Like I said, Brown's arm certainly not what he's known for, as that one sailed away and almost an interception to seal the game. So Marquette's going to have to convert again here on 4th down, a 4th and 4. Brown takes the snap. Thumps that one to Cooper. And Cooper can't pick up the first down. Come on, man. Just stops in his tracks off the catch and literally an inch short on that one. That's just brutal. So now we're going to have to get a stop here. 1:15 for Hawaii. And we only have 2 timeouts. Give there to Iasefa. Breaks a tackle. And brought down after an 8-yard carry. So a first down pretty much wins the game for Hawaii. And I really thought we were going to go down the field there and score. But really that Tyson Bolt holding penalty really hurt us. And then Cooper could just not pick up that first down. An outside give there to Iosefa picks up the first down. That's all going to do it here in this one, unfortunately. We do call our final timeout. And 2 kneel downs here, and Hawaii will come away with the victory. And they do come out in the victory formation. If you watched last episode, we played East Carolina, and they just had to knee it down, but they called a play, and we actually forced a fumble to get the ball back. And then we threw a Hail Mary down the field, but our receiver caught, but he just couldn't finish for the touchdown. So we were about like 10 yards short of taking the lead or tying it up late. Now, Hawaii does call a play there as Iosefa is taken down, bringing up a 3rd and 7. And you feel that you have to imagine they just run this one out. And that's going to do it here. Marquette falls 10 to 7 against Hawaii as we drop our last 5 games here in year 1. And that's just going to leave a bad taste in my mouth. We didn't play awful. I mean, those 2 Jake Haywood turnovers kind of hurt us. Our offensive line was porous in this one. And a bunch of drops. That Tyson Bolt holding penalty really hurt us as well. Our defense just played out of their mind here to close this season. Only gave up 14 last week and then 10 this week. Definitely a winnable game. We had a ton of winnable games this year, but just missed opportunities. We couldn't score or just crucial mistakes. And so yeah, Marquette 4-8 here in year 1 of this dynasty. But keep in mind, we came in with the lowest overall in all of college football. We were still able to win 4 games and be competitive this season. So next year with our first recruiting class, hopefully a few transfers, I think we're going to be maybe a bowl eligible team next year. So thank you so much, everybody. It's been so fun playing this Marquette Dynasty here in year 1. And year 2, I think, is going to be even more fun. So that's not where we're going to do it yet in this episode. Following this game, we'll take a look around the nation and kind of see the bowl situation, see who's going to be playing in the Natty, and take a look at the Heisman situation as well. So that's going to do it here from Aloha Stadium as Marquette falls 10-7. So following that heartbreaking loss to Hawaii, we'll just look at a few things. We'll get a quick recruiting update and some heartbreaking news following that Hawaii game. Eric Smiley has committed to Illinois. I thought his recruitment would go into the offseason where we could just pour all our recruiting points into, but we won't even have that option as he's going to the Fighting Illini. And we'll just take a quick look at his scouting. Good arm, 76 throw power, 81 overall, and a manageable athlete there under center. So I thought maybe Smiley and Ruben Brown would be in competition for our starting quarterback job in year 3, but it looks like Ruben Brown is going to be the guy unless we can recruit someone good next year, or maybe we get a transfer, which is kind of what I'm hoping for. We did need a safety in this class, which we didn't get, but Stephen Wright, 62 overall, he just has 75 speed, so I thought about it for a little bit, and I wasn't going to bring that into this defense. 75 speed safety is just horrid. And then Josh Simon was a JUCO quarterback, and he was our backup plan kind of to Eric Smiley. We could have offered him, but at 61 overall, he's going to be already a sophomore or a junior. I just didn't think it was worth it. So heartbreaking news there, missing out on Eric Smiley, and I don't even know if we don't even have any targets for our offseason recruiting. So that's going to be interesting to see what we do there. Bobby Price was a recent commit, probably the only one I haven't shown in an episode yet. We only needed 1 linebacker in this class, which we already got, but Price, he kind of just stuck around. We didn't throw any points into him, and he just stayed interested. So we scouted him out. He ended up being a 65, which is good for this team. An 88 speed, which would be the fastest linebacker already on this team. 71 block shed, which is pretty good, and his coverage traits do need to improve a little bit. And then as I did review our recruits a few episodes ago, but I'll just do it again here as we wrap up this final regular season episode of year 1. Brian Joseph, a JUCO guard, and he might compete for a spot next year. Decent ratings already, but he's probably just someone who will provide more depth for us, along with Dan Johnson here, another JUCO offensive lineman. He's probably someone who will just play in a depth role next year. Jeff Harris, the 6th fullback in this class, although his overall did drop 6 after scouting, which labeled him a bust, but we still brought him in as a fullback, and he's going to be starting next year, and he's set to be a 4-year starter at fullback for this team with the graduation of Colton Clay. Jerry Jones was one of 2 commits that we got that were inside the top 1,000. So this recruiting class, nothing too great, although I think we came away with some good JUCO pieces and a couple future impact players as well as Jerry Jones, 72 speed, 76 strength, 73 finesse move, and a 74 block shed. And he's probably going to be in a rotational role already in year 1 and probably a starter in year 2. Mike Johnson, another good defensive end, although he is 124th ranked on the national board at the end, but he improved 4 after scouting, a good power move, and a 73 block shed, 81 pursuit. So he's more of a power rusher, whereas Jerry Jones, more of a finesse guy. And here's our punter, Eddie Stevens, who's going to be our starting punter next year. Only a 56 kick accuracy, but we need power. We need some power kickers in here. And while 75 definitely isn't there, maybe by his junior or senior year, he'll be a decent punter for us. Then there's Daniel Armstrong, our JUCO linebacker that we committed. And he's an 86 speed, very good finesse move at 83, good block shed at 77, and good man coverage at 69, although that zone is very, very bad at 53. So I don't know. Armstrong might be someone we could play at D-end as well, and we'll definitely look into that. I think he's going to be a junior coming out of JUCO. Kenny Johnson, one of 2 3-star prospects we got in this class so far, and he's going to be a corner, maybe even starting corner, maybe just more of a rotational guy. We could maybe throw him at safety a little bit because he is a decent tackler. So Kenny Johnson, 90 speed, 87 agility, 86 acceleration, and 85 jumping. So a very good athlete, already good in man coverage, and pretty well-rounded as a corner. Sean Murphy, our highest rated player in this class. I think he was like 600 and something on the overall board. And he's going to be starting for us in year 1, a 68 overall true freshman out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And it was good to get him in this one. He's someone who believes in the process and kind of trusts where this team is headed. So an 82 impact block and 73, 75 there for pass and run respectively, and an 82 strength. So Sean Murphy, he's going to be probably a top-rated player for us as he develops here into his junior, senior season. Our first commit ever in this series was Scott Dixon, a JUCO tight end, and we needed some help there along with Grant Cooper to kind of run some more 2 tight end sets. And Dixon labeled a blocking tight end, 75 speed, 75 strength, although he does have pretty well-rounded and balanced pass catching ratings as well. So I'd probably call him more of a balanced tight end here at 6'4", 258, and he's going to have an impact for us in year 1, along with Sean Murphy, Kenny Johnson, Daniel Armstrong, Mike Johnson, Jerry Jones. So most of these commits are going to have an impact in year 1, as there we see Eric Smiley, and we just missed out on someone who I thought was going to be a very, very good quarterback. So we'll go ahead and remove him, as we'll definitely look to schedule Illinois here in the next couple of years as whenever Eric Smiley turns into their starting quarterback. So that was just a little recruiting update, as we probably won't have much more action there. I mean, our class is pretty much set. As you saw, we didn't even have any more remaining targets going into the offseason. But I'll do some probably scouting here and uncover some prospects who are kind of on the fritz and not really headed in a certain direction. So the top 25, Ohio State, still at 12-0, have been leading the way all year as an impressive victory there on the road at Michigan. Louisville, 11-0. Let's kind of check them out a little bit here. I think Teddy Bridgewater is leading them at quarterback, Michael Dyer at running back, and I believe Gerald Christian there at tight end. And they've only played so far two teams with winning. Two teams with winning records. I mean, SMU 6-5, they still have a game left, but UConn 8-3, and UConn is not a good football team. And now this week they play at Cincinnati, so I'm really rooting against Louisville here. I don't think they're a legitimate national, they haven't beat any ranked teams, no good teams on this schedule for Louisville. So let's go Bearcats, and we don't want Louisville in the national championship. Texas A&M at 11-1 off a good win on the road at Missouri, and I think they might be playing in the SEC championship. That's something we'll have to check out here in a second. All they lost to is Auburn, who also is in the top 10 right now, coming off a victory against Alabama, 55-28. So I'd rather either of these SEC teams over Louisville, and USC still in the mix as they're set to play in the Pac-12 championship. I believe Wisconsin about to be in the Big Ten championship, and then you see Auburn, Texas down here. Notre Dame was at number 3 until they lost at Stanford, knocking them out of BCS national championship contention. So there's a little bit of there's some potential here. And like I said, I really hope Louisville falls. I don't think they're a legit team at all there to go up against Ohio State. Now we'll check out some conference standings. Obviously, we came in as an independent. Notre Dame 10-2. We did play Army as well. We also played BYU, Old Dominion, and New Mexico State. So we played all these teams except Navy. So maybe we'll look to play Navy next season. But there you see our points for, points against. And not too bad here in year one. New Mexico State, just way worse than we were. And that's a team we actually beat here this season. Old Dominion, not really a good. They're kind of at the same rate as us in terms of points for to points against. And we saw they dropped 40 on us a couple episodes ago. We're only going to really look at the major conferences here. The ACC, they don't really have anyone vying for a natty spot. So who's Louisville going to play? Do they even have an American Conference Championship? I guess we don't. That's something we'll probably add in the offseason. So we really need Cincinnati to beat Louisville, or else I think Louisville is going to go to the natty. And that would be a rough showing. Looks like West Virginia won the Big 12 at 9-3. And the Big 10, I think it's going to be Ohio State. No, so Wisconsin is in their same division, number 5. So it's actually going to be Ohio State, Michigan for a rematch here. Isn't that something? And I think we have to move them into the same division. I think that's how it kind of reformats here in the coming years. I guess we'll just take a look at Conference USA, ECU 10-2, who we lost to in the last episode. They finished at 8-0 in the conference. Very impressive showing here from the Pirates this year. In the MAC, Northern Illinois, Buffalo, and Ball State all at 8-4. And it looks like it's going to be a Buffalo NIU MAC championship. Now in the Mountain West, Boise State at 11-1, ranked 6th in the nation, undefeated in Mountain West play, and they'll face Fresno State in the championship. Pac-12 Stanford, looks like they won over Washington with the better division record. So Stanford will face USC in the Pac-12 championship. And then the SEC, this one's for all the marbles. Missouri is going to play Texas A&M, so Auburn, Alabama kind of get, well, I guess more so Auburn. They don't really have a shot here. If Texas A&M beats Missouri for the SEC championship, you have to put them in over Louisville. I don't see an argument the other way. And if Texas A&M were to get in, that would bring Johnny Manziel versus Braxton Miller national championship. Currently the top 2 guys in the Heisman race, which I kind of left that out before I advanced here, only because Braxton Miller has never been overtaken so far this season, as he's led the Heisman race the whole entire way. Now, it is conference championship week, and we did just review them, but we'll take another look here. Tulsa versus ECU, Texas A&M against Missouri, Fresno State, Boise State, Stanford, USC, Virginia Tech, Boston College, and then Michigan and Ohio State with a rematch as Michigan tries to play spoiler here against the Buckeyes, and then Buffalo at Northern Illinois. So Louisville actually did go on to defeat Cincinnati by a good margin, and it looks like they're going to play in the national championship. I really hope Texas A&M wins and they're thrown in there, but I don't know if that's going to happen. As our first look here at the Heisman Watch, Braxton Miller, like I said, has led the way the whole season. And then Johnny Manziel, there second. And it looks like he might have got hurt in the last game. Only 6 pass attempts, 4 carries, so that's interesting. And then Logan Thomas, eventual converted tight end in the NFL, third. James Franklin, fourth. And then Dree Archer, probably the fastest player to ever play in the MAC conference. They're at 5th. As we'll advance this week and kind of see how this BCS national championship lines up. And here we see the Heisman winner has been voted on and announced, and Braxton Miller just pulled away with it here in this one. No contest, as he more than doubled Johnny Manziel's votes there at 2nd place. Logan Thomas finished there in 3rd, and really it wasn't a competition at all here in this one. Braxton Miller nearly 3,000 passing yards, over 800 on the ground, and 49 total touchdowns here for the Ohio State Buckeyes quarterback. And so conference play has been simmed, and we'll get a look. We'll just go down to bowl games here and work our way towards the national championship. So it looks like Northern Illinois at Connecticut. I can't believe Connecticut 9-3, 7-1 in conference play. They never turn out good in these dynasties. Maryland at Fresno State isn't a bad one there early on. And the schedule, Tennessee at 6-6, only 2-6 in conference play as they'll take on Louisiana Tech. Oregon a 7-5 season. We'll play Colorado State. And there we see Hawaii in the Hawaii Bowl against Mid-Tennessee State. I didn't realize that Hawaii had bowl eligibility there on the line in that final game. And we definitely could have played spoiler there, but we couldn't get the job done. Penn State, 6-6, not a good season there for a Big Ten team. Stanford, 9-4 as they lost there in the Pac-12 championship against Texas Tech. Florida State at Mississippi State. Or not at, but versus Mississippi State. Just kind of scroll here a little bit faster. Texas against Washington. Washington number 12, Texas number 8 in the Valero Alamo Bowl. That's a pretty good one. TCU against Indiana, who we lost to earlier in the season. Alabama versus UNC. Would have to think Alabama runs away with that one. Oregon State and Georgia Tech. Two successful seasons there for Power 5 teams. LSU is going to play ECU in the Liberty Bowl. Let's see if the Pirates can contend there with the SEC Tigers. Miami, a good season there at 10-2. Florida versus Michigan State. As we're working our way down, Michigan obviously there lost to Ohio State in their rematch as they're in the Capital One Bowl against Missouri. Ole Miss, Nebraska. Wisconsin, USC at 5-4 in the Rose Bowl. It's a pretty good matchup as both just miss out on a natty appearance. Notre Dame against Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. So Texas A&M here in the Sugar Bowl against Boise State, and Louisville with that has made the national championship. Just awful BCS system in place here. Virginia Tech against Auburn in the Orange Bowl. Georgia, West Virginia. As here we have it, the BCS National Championship here in year one of this dynasty features Ohio State and Louisville. And look at that, Kirk Herbstreit is picking the Cardinals in the National Championship. Ohio State first in offense for points in total, third in rushing offense, sixth in pass offense, third in total defense, and number 2 in turnover differential. And isn't that hilarious? Kirk Herbstreit is picking Louisville. Let's see the Ohio State leaders. Carlos Hyde as a running back. D. Smith. Who is that for Ohio State? That's embarrassing. I feel like I'm missing a good player right there. Noah Spence before he transferred leads in sacks. Bradley Roby leads in interceptions. And let's see if Teddy Bridgewater can complete the upset. I expect the Buckeyes to win by at least 20 in that one, but who knows? Maybe we'll get surprised. So this is where I'm going to leave you, folks, as I just scroll down these award winners. Thank you so much, as I've reiterated in this episode, for hanging around for this Marquette Golden Eagles dynasty. It was a good year one, although we lost 5 in a row to end the year and ended ultimately 4-8. But a lot to build on going into next season, and I'm ready for the offseason. I'm really looking forward to the transfer portal and hoping we can bring in some pieces to impact this team going forward. So, as always, everybody, it's been real, and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for the offseason episode.